In 2025, America feels like a heartbreaking paradox, doesn't it? The numbers scream strength. GDP surging at 4%, a roaring engine on paper. But down on the streets, there's this electric nervousness humming in the air. Unemployment holds steady, barely a ripple. Yet confidence, it's crumbling like dry earth underfoot. Wall Street screens blaze green with promise. But scroll through your feed online and every post claws at you. Crash incoming. Recession whispers. The end is near. It's a tension you can almost taste. Triumph and terror tangled together. Economists have a fancy name for this now. The vibecession. It's not just data. It's a storm of raw emotion, crashing over cold facts. A fear that spreads like wildfire through dry grass faster than any truth could ever catch up. People aren't poring over spreadsheets anymore. They're feeling the ache deep in their bones. Grocery aisles that used to feel like home now hit like a gut punch. Prices climbing, relentless. Rents, they tower higher, squeezing the life out of dreams deferred. And the politicians, they promise the moon with silver tongues, but deliver only echoes of doubt that linger in the quiet hours. Inflation lingers at 3%, teasingly tame on the charts, but it stings like salt in an open wound. Tariffs have crept back in, nudging those everyday costs just a little higher, a little sharper. Wages have eased their climb, sure, but our hearts, our expectations, they haven't caught up. They're still racing toward that elusive boom we all crave, that golden era we swear is just around the corner. Yet trust is a fragile thing, slipping through fingers like sand. No one dares believe it'll really come back. Not fully, not yet. That mighty job engine, the one that roared us out of the pandemic shadows, it's sputtering now, faltering under its own weight. Remember those heady days of 160,000 jobs a month? Now it's a whisper, barely 30,000. Factories dim the lights early, cutting hours like trimming fat from a lean hope. Trucking routes fold inward, shrinking maps of opportunity. And those heartland hubs, Georgia's assembly lines, Ohio's steel echoes, they feel the chill first. A creeping frost that bites without warning. It's a quiet fear, the kind that doesn't scream in headlines. But it reshapes lives in the dead of night, turning what if into what now. Credit cards? Delinquencies are creeping up like cracks in a dam no one wants to admit. Auto loans pile unpaid, ghosts in the garage. Banks pull back, their grip tightening like a hesitant embrace. It's not a thunderous collapse. No, this is friction. The slow grind that erodes the soul. Faith wears thin under that weight. Moody's stands at the edge, voice steady, precipice ahead. Goldman Sachs counters with a wry smile. Not yet. Hold on. The gap between them? It's not in the numbers, it's in the nerves, the fluttering pulse of a nation holding its breath. And then, the shadow that haunts us all, America's debt. 124% of GDP, the heaviest burden since the fires of World War II scorched the world. The government's shoveling more into interest payments than it does to guard our shores. Deficits yawn wider, eyeing 7% by 2027. And both parties, they keep piling on promises like kindling to a blaze. JP Morgan cuts through the fog with brutal honesty. The US is going broke, slowly, inevitably. It's no cataclysmic bang, just erosion, a relentless drip wearing stone to dust. The world's greatest engine, leaking faith, drop by drop. Yet, even as that debt mountain looms, markets defy gravity, climbing higher on wings of audacious belief. Wall Street worships one idol above all, technology's unyielding fire. Artificial intelligence, it's America's wild adrenaline rush, injecting nearly 1% straight into the GDP vein. Tens of billions cascade into AI dreamers. Startups sketching tomorrow. Chipmakers forging its bones. Data centers humming with electric life. The promise dazzles. Infinite and intoxicating. But remember, the dot-com stars once burned just as bright before they faded to ash. For every visionary crafting the dawn, three shadows chase illusions in the hype. Only a quarter of those AI gambles turn profit, yet eyes stay glued, hearts pounding. We've traded faith in the divine for devotion to the divine code, a gamble wrapped in silicon glory. The Magnificent Seven, Apple's sleek empire, NVIDIA's chip fuel descent, Tesla's electric thunder, and their unbreakable kin. They shoulder the market like weary titans. Atlas, reborn in boardrooms. If they falter, the spell shatters. Illusions scatter. But for now, they soar, dragging a nation's frayed confidence in their wake, like a stubborn tide refusing to ebb. Tariffs, those double-edged blades, are carving up the world anew. Imports swell pricier, supply lines twist into knots of frustration, and inflation, it stirs awake, refusing the grave. Economists crunch it cold. 0.5% shaved from GDP. Mere math on a page, but in the soul, it's a landslide of perception. Every tariff tweet a stone added to the pile. Checkout lines stretch longer, each scan a silent vote. A referendum etched in exhaustion and quiet fury. Politics, it thrives on that raw churning anxiety, like yeast in dough rising on division's heat. Democrats, brand tariffs, reckless madness, voices cracking with urgency. Republicans hail them bitter medicine, fists clenched in resolve. Truth hides in the exhausted gray between. But gray, it doesn't ignite feeds or fill arenas. Outrage does. Outrage rallies the weary, sells the spectacle, and leaves us all a little more hollow. At the eye of this whirlwind, the Federal Reserve, teetering on a razor's edge, snip rates too quick, and inflation roars back, a beast unchained, linger too long, and growth withers to dust. But listen, beneath the storm's howl, resilience thrums, a quiet, stubborn song. 48 states bloomed with growth last quarter, roots digging deep. Consumer wallets still open, tentative but true. Corporate vaults brim with untapped gold. This isn't free fall into abyss. It's a shadowed slowdown. Doom's costume over steady steps. Deloitte whispers of fragile equilibrium. A tightrope dance. Goldman Sachs dials recession odds to a defiant 15%. Hope, it's there, flickering, for the everyday soul, the heartbeat of it all. It's never been about ivory tower charts or distant decrees. It's the raw pulse of survival, rent glaring from Friday's shadow, paychecks stretched threadbare, that pint of milk still shocking like betrayal. Economists spar over odds and edges. We live the unvarnished truth, that chasm, the one between debate and dinner tables. That's the real ache. The recession no graph can graph. Crisis, though, it has this uncanny gift for stripping us bare, revealing the steel beneath the rust. AI innovates onward, a relentless forge of tomorrow. Startups summon hires from the ether. Immigrants cross thresholds, eyes alight, with that undimmed chase for more. The dollar endures its scars, still the globe's unyielding keel. Even fear, wild, wailing fear, proves our fire. We only shatter over what we still hold sacred. Perhaps the crash, echoing through every tweet, isn't forged in ledgers at all. No, it's a deeper fracture, a crash of the spirit, confidence splintered, faith frayed, that bone-deep belief in a brighter tomorrow teetering on the brink. Fundamentals bear bruises, true, tender, and telling, but the bedrock, it holds, unbowed. Debt yields to discipline, inflation to wisdom's reins, but optimism lost? That's a wound generations weep to heal. The great American illusion? It's not the economy's falter we mourn. It's the quiet surrender, the moment we stopped believing in its fierce, improbable rise. Because faith, in market's mad dance, in innovation's spark, in the stranger's shared grit, that's the alchemy that forged this wild, wondrous nation from dust and daring. And maybe, just maybe, that belief stirs again, softly, insistently, beneath the roar of the now, awaiting the dawn that always eventually breaks. If this resonated with you, if these words sparked a little fire in your own belief, then hit that subscribe button right now on Hence, my YouTube channel, for more stories that cut through the noise and straight to the heart. Let's keep the conversation going together.